Have you ever felt like you were off purpose? I have. As a matter of fact, we all have. And there's nothing wrong with being off purpose as long as you don't stay off purpose. I remember a time in my life about 8 years ago when I was having one of those off-purpose moments. I had just moved to Texas and I was really feeling the pressure to help a local chiropractic clinic increase their patient base and increase their income. And the office as a whole fell into what I call the money trap. We were hitting a slump, both income and patients were down, and naturally when you don't have enough money to pay the bills, you start focusing on not having enough money. And your practice can become very money-driven rather than purpose-driven. 6 months prior to moving to Texas from Pennsylvania, I worked in an office that had a phenomenal team of CAs that were actually there to do more than just collect a paycheck and go home. There was one particular CA who was just a dynamo, and her name was Sarah. And talk about a CA who was there to save lives. This girl was it. Anyway, on my last day in the office before moving to Texas, the doctor and the staff threw a going away party for me, and this CA handed me a gift, and the gift was 10 letter-sized envelopes which had a single word written on them, words like money, lonely, off purpose. There were 10 of them in all. And she instructed me that anytime I was in Texas, because this was a really big move for me because I didn't have any family or friends there, and I felt like I didn't have enough money, I could open the money envelope. Or if I felt like I was lonely, I could open the lonely envelope, and so on. The deal was I wasn't allowed to open an envelope until I felt a certain emotion or had a certain feeling. Well, needless to say, I was feeling very off-purpose on this particular day, and I went to my dresser drawer and I pulled out the off-purpose envelope. And when I opened it up and read the letter inside, this is what it said. It said, "I thought it was impossible for Chris Burfield to feel off purpose. But you obviously do, or you wouldn't be reading these words right now. Chris, I want you to remember Ed Cortese and the little girl whose dad doesn't hit her anymore because of chiropractic. They are your purpose." My eyes filled up with tears of inspiration, just as they are right now. And you see, we had a patient in our office, and his name was Ed Cortese. And you can actually read his story in Chicken Soup for the Chiropractic Soul on page 37. The title of that page is "The Battle Within a Man." Ed practically had his leg blown off in the Vietnam War and lived his life as a cripple for over 30 years, and it was the healing hands of chiropractic and his own innate intelligence that caused him to walk upright and proud for the first time in as many years. So that story has always been an inspiration to me because I saw what an impact chiropractic made in his life. As for the little girl whose dad doesn't hit her anymore, her father had been living in excruciating pain for over 5 years, and he had been to see every doctor that you could possibly think of: neurologists, orthopedists, physical therapists, medical doctors, specialists after specialists, and no one was able to help him. And when he finally decided to give chiropractic a chance, his body healed. And for the first time in over 5 years, he was able to experience life pain-free. And his little girl came into the office one day, and the doctor asked, "What have you noticed different about your daddy since he's been coming here?" And her response was, "He doesn't hit me anymore." You see, it's these people that give me purpose every single day. It's these type of people that are your purpose. Every single day there's a chiropractic miracle just like Ed's and just like Monica's taking place in chiropractic offices across the globe. This is not a profession. This is a cause. And you may be sitting there and saying to yourself, "Well, that doesn't happen in my office. All I see are neck and back pain cases." If you're saying that, then you need to take a closer look, because I can say with absolute certainty that the miracles are there. And I guarantee that my certainty is greater than your doubt. And if you ever feel off purpose, all you have to do is pick out 1 or 2 of your patients who have a story that have inspired you Write their names on a piece of paper and hang it on your office wall, right above your desk or at home on your bathroom mirror. Somewhere where you're going to see it every single day. And above their names, write these words: they are your purpose. You don't have to write out the whole story, just write the person's name. You'll know. This will remind you of why you became a chiropractor. You see, it's not about how much money you make, what kind of car you drive, what kind of house you live in, or whether or not you're seeing 30, 75, 100, 250, 500, or 1,000 patient visits a week. It's not about that. It's about making an impact in someone's life. You see, money is a byproduct of the love and the service that we give to others. And there's an old saying, don't count the people, make the people count. Never forget why you became a chiropractor. You did not become a chiropractor on accident. You became a chiropractor on purpose. You were called. That small, still voice on the inside whispered to you, and you obeyed.